Welcome back. Senior Rotax is up next, and this for me is the most open class in the sport this season, certainly at the Super 1 British Karting Championship level. Let's have a look at the ones that I expect though to be competing at the sharp end. Driving the 5 kart for Team DHR, Sam Marsh is the highest seeded driver competing in 2015. He'll be hoping to go 4 better this season. One driver that could run him close will be the former Welsh champion, 7th in last year's championship, Josh Collings. He is always a front runner. But the man I think could be the outside tip for the championship this year is Connor Hall. He's back with the team that took him to Minimax Honours 2 years ago, and I'm expecting him to be a front-running player this season.
Well, certainly right from the off, he's going to be challenging, and he's right there in 3rd position on the grid with Gary Donnelly and Sam Marsh on the front row, Connor Hall and Luke Knott, Matthew Hurst and Scott Mackerel, Ward, Johnson, Turner and Collings rounding out the top 10. You might just notice in the background there, 14th on the grid is supposed to be Manuel Maldonado, the 83, but he's not going to take up the start, unfortunately. Jack Constable in number 11 going off P21, and there is the confirmation, Maldonado. That is the nephew of Pastor Maldonado, incidentally, not starting, and there's already a bit of jostling in the pack, and it looks like it's getting a bit messy. Pile up. Oh dear, that's Constable. Levisconti's in there, so too is Ward and Russell, and it looks as if Morgan Rose is out of the race as well. Disaster for the man from Cardiff. He's out, and there's more contact. Oh dear, that is Spencer Barrow and Zachary Jones coming together. Barrow is out of the race. Well, that is stereotypical of the old style of Super 1 when we used to have rolling starts. It's a bit of a rarity now to get a pile up of that magnitude, but I tell you what, it does still happen every now and then.
Yeah, it's motor racing, there's going to be incidents, but certainly we don't get as many incidents at the first chicane as we used to with the old rolling starts. Standing starts don't have anywhere near the same sort of incidents now. That's Connor Hall, the 22 kart, mentioned him in my ones to watch as potentially somebody to win this season.
He's got out in front of Gary Donnelly.
Yeah, Gary Donnelly is his teammate, of course. He's chasing him down on the 29.
So he's beaten him off the line from 3rd position on the grid, and I think that's because they were both on the same side of the grid. They both managed to get a pretty cracking start, and they just left the man in 2nd place on the starting grid out to dry.
It's Donnelly in 2nd. The 9 kart is Scott Mackerel, man from Ferry Hill for Coles Racing. Adrian Coles dabbled with the dark side several years ago before he came back into karting to set his very successful karting team back up.
Bit of loading in the Stuart S is there, a couple of drivers getting out of position.
Spread out this field, isn't it, already early on. Another place made up. It's Jamie Alexander making a nice move in St John's.
And Joshua Collings got through as well there. That was a very decisive move from Alexander. Absolutely textbook discipline there from the youngster as he continues to push on through the field. There's Stephanie Levisconti out of the race apparently at McRae's hairpin. We should see her stricken kart. There she is.
Oh, unfortunate for Stephanie. Is she French? If she's French, Jake, I might have to interview her at the next round.
Well, she got caught up in that first incident, didn't she? Matthew Hurst, that's the man who's about a million miles tall there in the field, the 96 in the fray as well, in 5th position at the moment. Now, height is a big disadvantage in karting, of course, and that's something that is going to stunt him in further development. But in terms of Senior Max, he's actually doing a good job at the moment.
Yeah, he actually looked in that picture there like he was a full helmet taller. Is he coming up the inside? Has he made that place? Not quite.
Easy to spot from a distance at least, so we'll be able to keep in touch with where his progress is through the field.
He's clearly taller, isn't he? He's clearly taller than the driver in front. Look at that. You can see the difference.
Well, Scott Mackerel is holding him off at the moment.
Oh, that's Stephanie's kart in the background.
Yes, indeed. So Levisconti just getting off the race circuit at the moment, and still this lead for Connor Hall. Very strong indeed in the early stages. Donnelly in front of Marsh in the battle for 2nd position, and then comes Mackerel and Hurst. Great battle this with the top 5. Up the inside goes Hurst.
Great move by Matthew there. Out of the Stuart S's over this little hump in the track. Kart goes light there through the right-hander here. This is St John's, left-hander Sunny Bend.
Marsh is really stepping up the attack for 2nd place. Up the inside of Donnelly's going to get him. Very nice into the right-hander there. That was absolutely perfect. He just got the momentum off of Sunny Bend and got straight in on the inside to Paddock Bend. Rolled his sleeves up on right, 2nd place. It's mine.
61 going through the picture. Charlie Turner from Berkshire. That's his information on the screen. Now, these two behind, you might think, well, Sam Marsh might normally work with Gary Donnelly to try and catch the leader, but if he feels that Donnelly's too slow and holding him up, that's why he's gone past.
We just saw, of course, Charlie Turner. He is actually there in 6th position, so he's slowly bearing down on this leading 5. Just see him in the picture behind as they come through the Stuart S's, so he's not far away from this battle. If they continue to fight, there's a good chance at a top 5 here. He's got a good opportunity. It's all about waiting, consistency and rhythm when you're out in the middle of the pack, but also you've got to stay hungry out there because you never know what's going to happen in front of you. You have to keep playing the percentages, go for the moves when they open up, but you have to stay consistent.
Picking out your favourite drivers going past the fixed camera as Sam Marsh makes the move on Connor Hall for the lead. He obviously closed him down. May have seen Connor's maybe made a mistake, but takes the place back through the Stuart S's. He's having none of that. Connor Hall wants the lead.
Right, it's time to rub our hands together with glee. We've got ourselves a race battle on our hands, and Marsh is swarming all over the back of the 22 of Connor Hall. He's really up for the victory here, and this is going to play into the hands of Gary Donnelly in 3rd position. Matthew Hurst is not far away either in 4th place, so it's going to be a very intense battle as things continue on here. Martin, 6th position, sorry. Just having a look through the picture to see who's there in 7th and 8th up the inside. That's a nice move for the lead again. And then jostle for position. And here comes Donnelly.
Well, the two teammates look at each other there. You see Connor Hall looking left. Gary Donnelly looking right. You're my teammate. I don't want to take you off, but tuck in behind me, says Connor.
Yeah, there are too many nightmare scenarios with teammates in the past, even in Super 1, let alone in Formula 1 or anything else. There's been way too many incidents in the past where two teammates have both wanted the victory and they've ended up taking each other off in various classes.
Connor Hall for the lead, and his teammate goes with him and drops Marsh back 1, and Matthew Hurst trying to get in the mix as well. Yeah, Paul Spencer, team manager at Strawberry Racing, would have some stern words for these two if they took each other out. He would not be happy.
Marsh has now lost 3rd position. Hurst did get through. In fact, Marsh got huge amounts of opposite lock through St John's, and that's what lost him the place. Lost him 1, 2, 3 positions now, and he's under threat of losing a 4th to Mackerel, who's right on the tail as well now. But the Strawberry boys are 1 and 2 in the lead of the race is Hall. 2nd place is Donnelly. 3rd place for Hurst now. He's looking very good in position to try and close up. Don't tangle, boys! Keep it together! That was a nice decisive move.
just got away with that. Gary Donnelly takes the lead. Connor Hall down to 2nd place, but like I said before, Paul Spencer will be having kittens watching these two going at it.
Please take a lesson from Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg last year. They hit each other one too many times last year, and now Hurst is getting himself into the mix for 3rd position. It is Donnelly out in front. 2nd place, Connor Hall. Hurst is in the mix now, and it's going to be very close indeed between these three. Don't forget the boys in 4th and 5th. Luke Knott in the 44, the fastest man out on track at the moment. 46.35. Great lap from him.
The man from where? I think that's Hertfordshire, isn't it? The RL Racing man, Luke Knott. He's going pretty well. Not seen much of him yet. Have we seen very much of him at all? I think he's just on the back of that group there.
Battling with Carol Van Busico as well. Oh, bit of a tussle now. That's too close for comfort for Hurst. He just about saves it and keeps in 5th position. So, well, that's the best of a bad job, unfortunately, but that's a potential podium out the window for the moment.
That was a Gordon Banks moment there. Great save. As we go through the line this time, it's Donnelly leading Hall on the last lap. It's going to be between these two. Will Hall settle for 2nd, or will he go for the lead? Let's have a look.
Out of McRae's then. Marsh holding the advantage in 3rd position at the moment on the 5 into Iredale's. And he's got enough of a gap here to Mackerel, I think, in 4th position. He's not going to lose this lead now. Martin getting himself involved in this one. Oh, sorry, Charlie Turner, I should say, getting himself involved in 6th position. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's getting closer and closer. Connor Hall wants to start his season with a win. He's got a chance.
Tell you what, if that's not his teammate, Connor Hall's making that move. He would have made it in the left-hander there. He would have probably made it in this right-hander as well. But it is his teammate, and I think that's why he's settled for 2nd, Jake.
Fantastic win then from Donnelly. 2nd place for the 22 of Connor Hall. 3rd position for Hurst after an absolutely... 3rd position for Marsh after a cracking drive. Hurst having to recover home to 5th position behind Scott Mackerel. 6th place for Charlie Turner with James Johnson and Luke Knott just in behind. Jack Constable fighting his way to 9th place. Great drive from him, just in front of Leo Hugenboom in 10th position. A great start to the season for the Snr Max.
Sam, 3rd place at the first round of the British Karting Championships. Not bad. Good start to the season, I guess, for you.
Yeah, it was a good start. I didn't really drive my best in the race. I think I could have come 1st or 2nd, but didn't really use my head very well with the racecraft bit. But pace was really good. Managed to catch and pull away from Gary, and then caught Connor as well. Just shame he went back in because I think maybe could have edged away. But us racing, team's done a great job, and I think I'm second in the championship now, so it's a good start. And a big thanks to DHR and Ogden Engines.
Connor, back with Strawberry Racing this year. Got you down as my one to watch outside the seeded places, and you didn't disappoint. Didn't quite take it home, bring it home for the first place, but not bad. Good start to the championship for you.
Yeah, it's a good race. I mean, we had a good start. Got into lead at the start, managed to keep a little bit of a gap. Obviously being in the lead's hard, so went back down to second and then dropped down to third, but came back to second, which was really good. The car went off a little bit at the end, but really good team effort, coming first and second for the team. Just like I said, big thanks to everyone at Strawberry Racing.
Good for me to start this championship well, because last year it didn't start that well for me, but I'm off to a good start now with that win.
And what are you hoping for this season? Everybody says they want to win, obviously, but what's that going to take? Consistency through the season?
Yeah, I think if you just keep getting podiums, then you'll not be far away at the end of the season, but obviously you want to win as well.
So Gary Donnelly holds a 4-point advantage over Marsh. Coming up in part 5, possibly the most competitive class in British karting. On the Cadet.